Hey guys, Adrian here, Kid Guru from Digital Dojos at digitaldojos.com. I've shot this video like literally a numerous amount of times because I'm trying to pack it down shorter and shorter, but I can tend to talk on a lot. But basically, I want to talk about digital media and piracy, my thoughts on it, and just some values and stuff like that I want to impose on people who may be pirating or something like that, and the good and bad things I think that's came out of piracy. I just recently bought a book called 60 Mountain Lion Tips. It's by David Sparks and Brett Terpstra. It's a $7 iBook. I never buy iBooks, so this is literally the first iBook I bought because I really enjoyed the content that these two guys do. They offer tons of great podcasts out there, and specifically two podcasts, Mac Power Users is a great podcast, and also Brett Terpstra hosts a podcast on 5x5. So they do this great podcast that I enjoy listening to on days like this when I'm literally working from like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. right now. So I bought this book because it directly supports two guys that I highly, support and enjoy their content. And again, while a cut does go out to Apple, I enjoy the work they do nonetheless. So I want to get this quick nitty-gritty video out for you guys on my opinions on stuff. And you can tell I'm using the iMac camera. It's really crappy quality. I apologize. And I usually don't like using this because it shows more of my messy desk when I'm working and all that. Anyhow, bottom line, if you enjoy something, I think if you enjoy something, whether it's an app, music, movie, whatever, you thoroughly enjoy something and you use it a lot, maybe it's in your workflow, maybe it is the way you work, the way you're productive, maybe it's something you entertainment, maybe you listen to a song a lot, watch a movie a lot, and you download it, you pirate it, whatever. If you support something, pay for it. If you support a developer, if you support an application, why not pay for it? Because I think the big issue in piracy is people don't see that what directly they're affecting. And I think it varies because music companies and record labels and stuff like that, they don't see them directly affecting these rich artists out there, these rappers, these songwriters, etc. But when it comes to like an application on iTunes, for example, it's maybe a company, maybe a sole guy just writing these applications who I know a lot of developers out there that do it for a living. This is literally their livelihood. These applications that they put out there and the money they get is what puts food on the table. And when you pirate something like that, you do directly affect those sort of guys. And I think in all sorts of ways, you're affecting somebody directly, even if it's a big record company. I think just people feel like least self-conscious about, or they have not so much of a conscience when they pirate something like that. I remember Duncan, my friend, Mobile Phone 2003, who I've known for a long time, made a video on software and how to get free software, and I'm gonna link that below. Because even though it's old, it's a really great video that he talked about on, you don't he's not gonna show you a torrents or anything like that. He's gonna talk about alternatives to getting free software out there, and I'm gonna mention some of those. In general, I just want to say, you buy an iPhone that's like $700 to begin with, and you don't want to buy these apps that are like $5 or something like that. After you spend all that money. Why not? If you're going to spend so much on a device and if you're going to use these apps and value these apps, why not pay for these applications? I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, when I was younger, when I first started on the internet, I pirated movies and applications. I used Installist a long time ago. I used to be ashamed to show it in my videos, so I would hide it in my older videos. You can probably see that going back. But now that I have an income, now that I am working online, now that I understand better the values and all this, I pay for a lot of things. I pay for software. I pay for, there's my phone going off. I pay for applications. I pay for music, etc., etc., etc. I just recently bought an Apple TV just so I can rent movies and pay for them via iTunes. Because that process of buying stuff has become so easier. It's so much easier in the time I've been on the internet and on the web. iTunes is literally like 2 clicks away. If you have an iTunes account set up, you can buy an application, buy a movie, rent a movie. Really dead simple. But in the same aspect, not everybody has that financial info on their iTunes account. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's not. Not everybody has that. And I understand, again, huge amount of varying factors when it comes to piracy, so I can't just tell you not to pirate. But what I can tell you is that if you support something, pay for it. If it's something, especially you're going to make money off of, maybe you can't afford Photoshop right now, but you pirated it, you're trying out it, and you have a full version. Why not, if you ever make that money back, pay for it, even if you have the full version ready? Just maybe it's to clear your conscience, maybe it's to support them, whatever. And on top of that, there's so many alternatives. There's free applications out there. There's you being able to contact the developer. Maybe you run a web blog or something, you have a following online. You can talk to them about getting a review unit in terms of software. Maybe you can ask, hey, I really enjoy your application. I really think it'd be a great thing I can show off to my viewers. If you can send me a promo code, I'd be more than happy to post a review on it. There are discounts. If you're a student, if you have an EDU address, I know Photoshop offers this. There's tons of huge discounts you can get on software, so you don't have to pay full price. And in some cases, there's even lighter versions that you can pay like half the price. Not all the fancy features, but the gist of what you need. So when it comes down to it, if you were going to use a tool, if you're going to pirate anything, I can't stop you, but think about it. And if you truly enjoy something, try and pay it off. But I think the issue with big companies, softwares, etc. Yeah, there's kids out there like me who may not be in that same situation. They don't have a job. They don't make a living. They don't make a living through the internet and stuff like that. They don't have all this. I'm like an outlier. But and I think that's a big reason people pirate and stuff like that. They don't have all this resources at hand, and it's almost as easy, or it is as easy to pirate a movie in like 1080p Blu-ray rip than it is to go down the store and get a movie, or for that matter, order a movie online. It's easier to get, and faster in some cases, to pirate a movie online than it is to buy it legally. So I think there's a lot of issues that companies need to work out. For example, while iTunes is a great service and does it well with buying stuff nowadays, iOS still needs to work on, I think, that whole try before you buy model. Duncan talked to me a lot about this, on how people should be able to try the app at its full function, not just these light versions, these full functionality for a day, maybe even a week. And if they enjoy it, they can buy it. They can upgrade. If not, then they don't, the app will uninstall and they won't be able to use the app. I think that's a great model. I think there's a lot of stuff and companies need to incorporate and look at, because there's some interesting piracy stats out there that show like people who pirate stuff are actually more likely to go and support companies, etc., etc. It's interesting. So I just wanted to give my opinions, my thoughts on it. Love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.